everyone, this is Luminous coming to you guys with a pro Dota commentary. This commentary is affiliated with DC, and for more commentaries and content, check us out on DotaCommentaries.com. Today I'm going to be bringing you LGD versus Tyloo. This is from the VSEL Losers Bracket Finals, and I will be casting 2 games. I'm not too sure whether this is the best out of 3 or anything like that. I don't know. But I only see two replays on Gosu Gamer, and I will be casting both of them. And the reason being is that LGD is running a very interesting strategy that many other Chinese teams is running, and they did it for 2 games. I checked out the parser. The heroes were kind of there. It's very similar heroes for 2 games. And I just want to see how Tyloo responds in between game. I don't know whether this is game 1 or game 2, whether they lost a game before this or they won a game. I don't know. But so I can't really say, well, you know, they won this last game, so they're judging. You know, I can't do any in between game analysis. All I could say is LGD is running a very similar lineup, and let's see how Tyloo responds. And now a little bit preface of why I'm doing this kind of strategy that LGD is doing. LGD is doing a Furion, a Clockwork, and a jungler strategy. So what that allows you to do is get very active ganks with the sight, with the teleportation, with the hook from the Furion and from the Clockwork. So very good ganks. Of course, early game ganks from both the teleportation and the jungler, whether it's Enchantress or Enigma, very good ganks. Now those ganks also transition into very good push. You have this Force of Nature, you have the Enchantress creeps or the Eidolons, and then you have the Rocket Flares. So in terms of that, it's a very active strategy. You have early game kills, you have early game ganks, very good for making for exciting replays, exciting commentaries. Now, the reason I spent a couple of seconds talking about that right now, I'm not too sure if you guys have caught on with the trend. In Dota 6.69c, the Chinese are all about turtling, all about farming, and no ganking action at all. So we saw those 720 creep kill on DJGenericname. We saw a lot of farm droughts. We saw a lot of farm morphlings. Now we're seeing less farm. Yes, morphling, Spectre, Syllabear, and Weaver, I guess, still getting their farm game on, but we're seeing more and more games decided at the 20 and 25 and the 30-minute mark on. We're seeing more jungle play. We're seeing more pushing play. We're seeing more ganking play. And LGD is a very old team in the regard that they're still stuck in that 6.69c mindset. I still see DJGenericname going for that Perseverance first, going for that Lincoln's. In terms of that build, in nowadays it's a little bit too slow because the Lincoln Sphere doesn't give you enough damage. So I kind of say that I believe LGD is still stuck in the 6.69c mode. So that's why I feel like they haven't been winning as much lately. I'm not too sure though. This is just my own opinion on this. But now they're coming out guns blazing with this new strategy, and I want to see how it adapts. So let's look at the pick and ban. I'm having it at 2xp because I want to just get as much replay as possible. We do have a Lich first pick, and then we have LGD transitioning into a Clock and a Morphling. Very strong opening, the Clock being the core of the LGD strat. And then we do see a Syllabear and a Storm Spirit being picked up for Tyloo, and then a Enchantress. So, I mean, I won't say who has the better picks here, because LGD is definitely going for a pre-made strat, whereas Tyloo is going for more of a reactionary pick. Although I do very like Tyloo's securing both Lich and a Syllabear pick. Generally, when you have a Syllabear but not the Lich, then you're kind of screwed, because the Lich does really well against the Syllabear in terms of frost armor, and in terms of a 1v1 engagement, if you have both your bears on the Lich, he could just chain frost you guys up. So really well banned, and really good job in terms of picking up the 2 heroes in succession. And Storm Spirit has been seeing a resurgence in the later game, in current Chinese scenes. Really good hero in terms of coming in and isolating hero. Very good against pushing strats, very good against ganking strats. Just very good general all around. Requires a little bit of a careful micro in the early games. Can get outlaned by some of the better laning heroes at the mid lane, but no big deal, right? Meanwhile, LGD banning the Earthshaker, very smart ban. Not only Shaker is a very strong defensive hero, his most annoying thing is Fisher against pushing squads, because it's good stun, good duration, and it's a very long range. So you want to get rid of that, no big deal. And then a swap being got rid of, a Venge being got rid of for the Scourge team. I think the Scourge would actually want the Venge, although they just picked up the oh, that makes sense. Okay, so real fast, we saw the Tyloo banning the Venge, and then LGD immediately banning Enigma. Maybe think, well, Tyloo's banning the Venge maybe because they wanted to pick up the Enigma, because Venge does really well against Enigma. So kind of a little bit 1 or 2 second mind game or whatever. But Tyloo going for the Witch Doctor. Meanwhile, Venomancer being picked up for LGD. Venomancer still adding to that more pushing power. Plague Wards has been one of the best pushing spells for a long time, and the Chinese has been abusing it. Venomancer also secured himself a lot of DOT damage against these low HP heroes such as Morphling. Not Morphling. Morphling is not a low HP hero. Sorry, Lich. The Storm Spirit and the Witch Doctor, very good against the hero. Of course, the Witch Doctor Voodoo Restoration is going to help out a little bit against that, but no big deal. And before I get on with this commentary, I want to give a shout out to Knight from Play Dota Forum, because he has gave me some links, some DL links, and I would just urge you guys to even guess what those links might be. And I just want to say it's not tentacle hentai. I'm sure like 2 of you guys believe me. But that's cool. And moving back to the picks, a Tie Hunter being last pick, I do like this choice. Although Tie Hunter is not going to help you in terms of stop the pushing, but he is very good in terms of initiation. Sentinel very good in terms of initiating. They do have the Clockwork Hook and that Morphling. So if those 2 heroes are kind of isolated, the Tie Hunter can pop in with the Ravage and just separate your entire team, and that really makes team fight a lot easier to fight. And also, it's a good AoE ult. I mean, what else you want from that? And it looks like LGD is going to be rounding out their pick with their last support, and I'm not too sure why they're waiting so much. It is a Furion. Maybe they're just picking longer than usual on purpose to make it seem like, well, we don't know what we're picking. I mean, this is like a mind game strat, but it's definitely worthy strat. If you pick your heroes too fast, then it gives away the fact that this is a pre-made strat. You have practiced it very much so. Whereas if you're picking it very slowly, then you know it gives the illusion that it's a on the whim pick. And if you think I'm sprouting this out of my ass, I'm not, because definitely a lot of the pro captains, such as Milk and Puppy, definitely have mentioned those kind of things in the passing. So sometimes, even if you know what you're picking, you don't need to pick it ASAP. But I'm going to just, yeah, there you go, that's a Furion pick. So we are going to see a Morphling Furion dueling with the Enchantress in the jungle, Clockwork on one of these solo lane, and Venomancer on the other solo lane. This is the early game aggression strat that I want to look at from LGD. And if you look at the YouTube timer, I may or may not be extending this by some frames of black at the end, because I mean, Sentinel's playing for a pushing strat, meanwhile Scourge playing for more of a mid to late game strat. So I just don't want to have the YouTube timer to give it out, give away the results. So I'm just gonna arbitrarily add some music or add some black stuff in the background. No big deal, right? I mean, it's always good to keep the games unspoiled. No big deal. It looks like for the Scourge, we are going to have Seeking. Yes, Seeking on the Lone Druid. Unfortunately for Tyloo is that Lone Druid is definitely not a water-based Pokemon or water-based hero, because Lone Druid is more like, he's more like ground, right? He's more like earth and grass. So there's no synergy with Seeking. But if he had Morphling, oh my god, game's over. But they do have a Tie Hunter. That's somewhat synergy, right? Because he's kind of watery. But yeah, Tie Hunter played by Kabu. WAQT on the Witch Doctor. Super, the solo mid player for the Scourge, is playing the Storm Spirit, and then we have Lich Awoke getting that Boots Tango on the Lich. Meanwhile, Sentinel Enchantress is Chrisbug, 830 on the Furion, of course ZSMJ on the right click Morphling, amazing, which is Chuan on the Venomancer, and then on the bot lane YYF Clock. Yes, YYF Clock. So fairly standard hero choice, player choice, no big deal. Now this is, I'm gonna be looking at how aggressive the Sentinel will be. They do have a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. I think LGD wants it to be more of like a tri-lane versus solo, because these two are heavy pushers against any kind of solo hero. Well, Clock could kind of defend it with Rocket Flare, but they have the Clock, so no big deal. Now, Venomancer against Storm Spirit, this should be a more or less even lane. I want to favor it a little bit more to the Venomancer, because Venomancer can set up ganks with teammates very easily. That Venomous scale is just insane in terms of early DPS and slow. Whereas the Storm Spirit doesn't have as much offensive power. I believe Venomancer has a better damage and has a better animation as well. More of a dangerous nuke in the beginning of the game. So in terms of those small advantages, I want to give the lane to Venomancer, but it really just comes down to the skill. We on the bot lane, we have a Lich against the Clock. Lich definitely has advantage here with the Dark Ritual and just being ranged. But wow, denying that range here for that creep for 10 HP. 10 mana, no big deal. So I'm going to give the lane to Awoke, but mostly it might come down to skill as well, because the Clockwork can in theory get a kill if the Lich is not careful enough. So I'm gonna spend most of my time looking at this tri lane, looking at the Furion, looking at the Enchantress of how they've been playing. You see that Enchantress just being extremely aggressive. Usually the Scourge will be doing the pulls here, but they can't because Enchantress is in your jungle, stealing your creeps and raping your husbands and stuff. And so they can't do anything. As we see a smoke gank, there is a smoke on the Enchantress. And are they gonna grab a creep? Yeah, they are gonna grab a creep and then smoke gank mid. Very good choice from the Scourge, because right now the Sentinel, like, wow, this Enchantress creep is just being annoying. They are gonna grab the Centaur, and are they gonna smoke? They are gonna smoke gank the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit needs to be careful, and with the Morphling on top lane, he is gonna be fine because he has Morphling, so you're generally not gonna get a kill on him. All we need is a Venomous Scale, and they do have it. And now we're gonna see Enchant. Enchant, by the way, is a 55% slow. They don't even need Enchant. Centaur gets a summon. Let's see who gets the last hit. We do have Chuan picking up the last hit. First blood on the Venomancer. That is gonna help out to whatever item he's going to be getting, most likely to a some kind of boots, either face or treads, and then gonna go for a mecha, I presume, or Vanguard. Vanguard wouldn't be bad on a Venomancer, and we'll see how it plays out. The Morphling is at level 3 and Sea King at level 2. And one thing about the Lone Druid is that he needs level 5 as soon as possible, because you want that beard to be entangling. We might have some action. There's that Sprout on the Witch Doctor, but he will just tangle it out, no problem. Centaur taking a lot of stun, and this Centaur might be dying. Centaur gets gushed, I guess. That's kind of worth it, because that is a big deal of gold for a support at the early stages of the game. So meanwhile, these guys going to be jungling. And yeah, having a jungle like this, not only do you put more pressure on the top lane, but it also means that they can't pull as effectively, because we do have Enchantress coming in with a Creepjack, and these guys can't be getting those levels. A TIE Hunter without level is just a useless hero. So in more than one way, LGD is just playing this game perfectly right according to plan. They don't even need to have a ward to block off these camps, because Enchantress rather have those creeps for enchanting themselves. So that's good. Meanwhile, we have a mid game coming in. That is that Sprout coming in. Can he Sprout? No Sprout just yet. He's going to tank out. Very good. Well job. And now we have the Furion. Very, very low HP off Furion. Oh my god. Is he? Woo! Very close to death. I think he's going to just teleport back. Or he might just suicide to creeps. Let me see his gold. He's at 200 gold. He might just buy. Yeah, he's buying a ward and he's going to teleport back. Very good. Well done. Or buying a ward and suiciding. Yeah, and then he's going to teleport back. So very quick respawn time. Only 10 seconds. No big deal. Morphling is sitting at 7-3 in terms of farm. Meanwhile, 16 and 7 on the Syllabir, which, I mean, it makes sense because he is in the tri lane. His Witch Doctor is doing a lot of harass, and both supports on the Sentinel is mostly doing ganks and roam. Looks like we have yet another gank going to mid lane. Man, this Storm Spirit is just pressed down so hard. He had forced to get 2 healing staff and a Boots of Speed before the bottle first, and that Storm Spirit definitely want the bottle first. Meanwhile, Boots of Speed also picked up on the Man of Answer, so these guys both match up on the speed. Now Storm Spirit can't farm at all, can't get any EXP, because they know either the Furion or the Enchantress can be coming in. So not only do these supports do a couple of lockdown on these supports on the enemy supports level, but they also lock down the mid lane for the Storm Spirit in terms of limiting the EXP. So really, really well done. Now, in terms of LGD strats, we see a dive going on this Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, oh, we have a teleportation coming in. There's that Sprout and no tangles, and now Super is going to be in trouble. Another Stomp going on, and now we do have a Storm Spirit going down. Amazing pickup. Tron picks up yet another kill. That's a double kill on the Venomancer, and that is going to just limit down the Storm so much. As we see a gank of some sort going on the Morphling, and Morphling is going to be fine. As I was saying earlier, what you need to finish this lineup on LGD, you don't necessarily need the Morphling. Morphling wouldn't be a bad hero, but you need a hero that could survive. So that is a Morphling with a waveform. That is a Weaver with the Sakuchi. Those two heroes is going to be LGD's top choice. Of course, they could work into a Potom or something like that, or maybe even a Windrunner, but neither of the heroes carry as well as a Weaver or the Morphling. So for ZSMJ's hero, that is going to be the hero of choice, and that's going to be fine. I mean, they got the Morphling. Those Morphling and Weaver might be a little bit harder to come by, as we see a gank coming on the Venomancer. Venomancer by drop. Yeah, he drops out. Level 3 is the Witch Doctor, but it looks like Enchantress is going to go down, but Witch Doctor might be going down. So 1 for 1 so far. Furion TB's back in. They are going to go for Storm. OT doing so much damage. We see ZSMJ coming out of nowhere. 3 kills, 40 Sentinel, double kill on Chuan. That is a 4 kill streak on the Venomancer. Tower is going to go down. 40 Scourge, and that is a great start for LGD. Meanwhile, looking in bot lane, we have a 25 and 8 for the Lich, 29 and 3 for the Rattle Trap. Rattle Trap have huge amount of regen, so he is gonna be fine. As long as Lich don't kill him outright, I think the Rattle Trap is going to be fine. Yeah, he is matching the creep stats. Of course, he is a full level behind the Lich through the entire continue around that ritual, but there's a killing attempt. There's a Sprout TPing in as well. Chain Frost going on bounce, but they are not turning back relentlessly. Getting that kill on the Lich, very low HP. It's that Clockwork, but not enough, because that enough regen, enough block and stats to make him survive. So really well done from LGD. 6-1 is the score right now. LGD playing it brilliantly, as they should with the early game strat. Meanwhile, Morphling is going to pick up that bottle, Boots of Speed, and a Ring of Basileus. Not Ring of Basileus just yet. And like I said in my previous comment here about the Morphling, the bottle Morphling will allow your Morphling to waveform a lot for creep kills, and that means he's going to go for more of a late game item, so most likely an Ultimate Orb transitioning into a Skadi, although I have seen a BKB first on these kind of early game strategies. And BKB first in the early game strategy is going to be important in terms of, well, once you have your BKB, you're gonna be most likely invincible, because if the enemy team doesn't have a Flaming Lasso or anything like that, you're gonna be fine. You do pretty good damage, because most likely you're gonna have most of your stats into agility, so your BKB helps out in strength, and then you do more right click power, your Morphling. Your waveform is not gonna be, your waveform does pretty good damage as well. And then, so that's the BKB first build. Of course, we might see a Skadi first build. Nothing is out of the question for ZSMG. ZSMG doing a bit of harass on that Lich. Lich needs to be careful. Already very low HP. Needs to go back and salve up. One tower down. 40 Scourge team. Venomancer already going for Tread and Vitality Booster. Probably a Vanguard is going to be completed. Although I don't like range Vanguard. Venomancer definitely does need HP. Meanwhile, Storm's Threat finally level 6. So now he proposed some sort of threat. But then we have a 8.5 Venomancer with 1200 HP, so even if you're gonna need at least 2 or 3 teammates ganking you, and now Storm Spirit is gonna get harassed back. Storm Spirit getting so much physical damage. A teleportation on the top lane. Clock is gonna be in trouble. Some block going on, great block and a hacks, and there's gonna be a cast. No Maledict, because I think he's skilled. Yeah, he definitely skilled Voodoo, and oh my god, another proc on against the Clock, and the Clock just got outlucked. That's pretty much it. If he didn't get both of those entangles, I don't think he would have died. As we see Venomancer being a lot more offensive than he should be, but he is a lot of HP. Pops the ult against the Storm. Storm might be just dead. Yeah, that Gale combo and a single hit. Yes, amazing on a mega kill streak. That's a 5 kill streak on a Venomancer. Bringing the solo mid Venomancer back, playing it brilliantly. Score 7-2, and let's see how Seeking's farming. Seeking's got 43 creep kills, got the face beat on the bear, and then that's just it. So Seeking is not gonna carry his team back. And you gotta remember what I said about Radiant Spires. Radiant Spire require you to win the early game stage, and right now they're losing the early game stage by so much. And the other team has a Morphling. They outlate you and they out early you at this exact same time. Of course, the Morphling might be going for a more earlier games item build for the BKB. If so, then you do have some sort of a glimmering hope, I suppose. I don't know though. We'll see. YF at level 7, not close to his Vanguard yet. Let me check his gold. No, not close to his Vanguard. And let's see how everyone's doing on the item. 830 has the Urn. Boots speed on the Enchantress, and then nothing really on the entire Scourge team. And these guys are forced to team jungle, and that's never a good sign. Tie Hunter trying to get level 6, and you will need a level 6 because this is when LGD wants to start to push. And you can see that very early game items being picked up. Arcane Boots on the Enchantress, despite Enchantress having only 500 HP. Team fight breaks out here. No ult from the Enchantress just yet, as we see a teleportation coming in from the Freon. Freon's gonna aim for the Titan. Titan's gonna go down. Meanwhile, Morphling comes in as well. Lich goes down, one hit, and now hasted Morphling is gonna go down to Titan goes down, and they're gonna focus on the Celebrate despite having a lot of HP. Waveform is gonna take him down. Clock Hook comes in as well, and now we're gonna see the Witch Doctor in trouble. Hasted Morphling on the chase. They still have one more waveform in him, and I think this Witch Doctor is gonna go down. The score is gonna be 11 and 12 in favor of LGD. This is the early game aggression of the LGD team, playing it so well right now. Not only are going to get 3 or 4 kills, they're going to get this tower as well. And this is just building LGD off a great advantage. And then now earn on completed. I think they want a mecha, they want a Django, and that's pretty much all the items the Sentinel need. Of course, ZSMJ wants 20 more items, but in terms of support, that's all they really need to get a good push, good mid-game push going in. And let's see how Tyloo is going to be responding. I mean, it's only 11 minutes in, despite the LGD team being so far ahead. I don't want to count them out yet. Of course, the game is going to be very, very dire for them, but they do have the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit has been winning games solo. I think Yafet's played an amazing Storm in one of the DK game at Castle and just soloing, carrying his team back. Because Storm Spirit has the effect that he's not going to win you any team fight, but he's going to start off a team fight with a 4v5 advantage. If you could isolate one, if you could kill one, if you could disable one, and then your teammates follow up, then that's going to be really, really effective in terms of winning games that are lopsided against your favor. So we'll see if that works out, though. And I mean, the game is going to boil down to a little bit of a farming phase. I think Sentinel right now is going to be farming for those pushing items, those Jangos, and then Mechas and whatnot. Meanwhile, Scourge is just happy to be alive. So I'm going to tell you about story about today. So I was driving today. Oh my god, this is the weirdest thing I've ever... Okay, I live in California, and in my neighborhood where I live, there's quite a bit of Asians out there. So I was driving today, and I stopped at the red, and then next to me a girl pulled up, and I can't tell what age she is. She must have looked pretty young, like she looked like one of those girls that just got her license when she's a 16 as Morphling dies here. Whatever, gonna go on my story, and it was a pretty hot day. She had a window down, and she was blasting "Catch You, Catch Me." You guys know you guys know where "Catch You, Catch Me" is? You guys probably don't. For those old anime fans, "Catch You, Catch Me" was the opening to Card Captor Sakura. And I don't know what's more sad, the fact that she was blasting "Catch You, Catch Me" or the fact that I recognize it. So it was a troll and a self-troll moment at the same time. So you see LGD going on the mid tower, and that is what I mean about the initiating power. So you see Venomancer and the Chain Frost dropped over everywhere. Now Venomancer in trouble, and Venomancer will definitely go down to the Storm Sid. 2 kills being picked up. Meanwhile, you have these two guys very, very low HP. A Woke picks up a double kill. A Woke is the Lich. Double kill would not help the Lich at all, but that will get him the quick mecha. Yes, I think he has the mecha finish. Mecha recipe on the Lich and 500 gold, but I think this tower will be going down. They can't defend this because everyone is just too low. There's like Glyph, but I don't think they're gonna go for the deny. Not against a double damage Clockwork. Just might be going down. ZSMJ lasted the tower as he should, and ZSMJ is sitting at, let's see, 920 gold. Does he have anything on the chicken? There's a Myrtle Hammer on the chicken. Yes, he is going to go for BKB first. Like I suggested, very early game build. So once the Sentinel finish the BKB, finish the Mega and the Django, they are going to just go mid-game push, a timing push, and win the game. I hope they win the game, because if you go for a very mid-game oriented item and it doesn't really work out, it sets you back a little bit. I won't say it will lose you the game, but it definitely sets you back. So that's not going to be helpful against... let me see. I need to see how Seeking's farming, because if Seeking's doing well, then Seeking's got 3,200 gold. Holy crap! 15 minutes in, and your team is down by 11-5. You have 3,300 gold. That's insane. It's not like the Scourge has like 8 towers down, because they taking 0 down. So this is nothing but last hitting from the Spirit Bearer from Seeking, and that's why Seeking is freaking baller. That's why he has a horn drill that kills you in 1 hit. Like, that's why he's baller. But no, LGD is not going to play with you like that. They're going to just push you all they want, because they are earlier team, they have better pushing team, they have better initiating team, and they have a more mobile team with the hookshot and the Morphling, and they're going to claim yet another tower. With this tower down, this means that the Scourge team can go for a Roshan as well. The Scourge team does not have any good of initiation. They have a very good counter initiation with the TIE Hunter, but until that TIE Hunter picks up a Blink Dagger, they can't initiate big team fights, and that means the Sentinel could do this all they want. If you're just a little bit wondering about the Furion skill build, he maxed Teleport by 7, of course picks up Sprout at level 1. I think he has Force of Nature at level 4, but I'm not too sure about that. Of course, pick your ulti whenever you can, and then max your Force of Nature whenever you can as well. A single level Sprout should be enough. The higher level Sprout, in my opinion, just takes a little bit too much in terms of mana. Freon is not, I mean, a lot of Freon spell is quite mana intensive. It looks like the Scourge movement has scared away momentarily for the Roshan attempt. Oh, did I say that Scourge didn't have initiation? Take that back, they have the Storm, I totally forgot about him. But that really depends. I don't think the Storm could zip him without having his BKB finished anyways. So right now, it's as if the Sentinel haven't, like, they don't have a really reliable initiation, and I think, are they going to go back for a Roshan attempt number 2? I don't think they can. Enchantress don't have to creep. They want the Furion to be here. Furion can TP back, of course, and I think they're waiting for a clock to do some kind of initiation. Vanguard is finished on the clockwork, and I think they're going to surprise. Yeah, DSMJ are going to try to surprise the BKB. Yeah, is that BKB? Yeah, BKB on the chicken, and a buckler on the chicken as well. Okay, so that's the BKB. So let's see how they're going to break out in terms of Team 5. Team 5 breaks out here, and oh, I sorry I missed the beginning of that. As we Ravage probably cast it. BKB now going on the Lich. Venom Master popping out. No, Ravage just cast it right now. They are going to focus. Who are they focusing? I don't know. They're going to focus on Freon. Freon might be in trouble. There's a Sprout, but he pulls in the Sprout, and now Freon in deep shit. Now we have Morphling jumping around like crazy. His BKB being effective picks off the Sea King, and now he's going to go for tie. I think this Team 5 right now is 2 for 2. Has anyone bought back? No, not just that. Yeah, they're going to give it a chase on the Tie Hunter, and now are they going to go back for the Aegis? They are going to go back for the Aegis. I'm not too sure whether they can. They lack the DPS right now. Morphling only 100 something DPS. That is not going to be enough. These guys don't do enough DPS either. Now the Scourge coming back. I think LGD is not playing the best they could. They might be throwing away the advantage they have. Of course, the Furion can be teleporting in 12 seconds. That's faster than any of these guys could come in to do the Roshan Jack. So I think the Scourge realizes this as well, and they're going to turn back and give it up. So, not the exact best team fight for the Sentinel, but that definitely saw the power of ZSMJ's BKB. He basically went in with, like, I think 1000 HP without fear. Generally, if you're Morphling with 1000 HP, you don't wave in first. You wait for your teammate, you wait for the Ravage to be casted. But since he has the BKB, he is, you know, he doesn't care. Like, whatever, I'm going to be fine. And then now he has the Aegis as well. So it looks really, really good for LGD. Of course, LGD needs to be careful of that Storm initiation. Witch Doctor is going to be dead here. Enchant, Hook. Hook's probably not even necessary. Barrier. So, oh, now Hook now might be necessary for that one kill. There's that Gale for to ensure it. Morphling comes in trying for the Jack. And unfortunately get it. There's that Sprout. Man, this is a mobility gank of the Sentinel team. Clockwork waiting for a Hook. Is he going to grab anyone? No, he's not going to grab anyone just yet. He might still be going in. Hooks for the Tie Hunter. Great accuracy on that hook, and now Tie Hunter goes down without using an ult, and that might be just a game as we see Sentinel very, very healthy in terms of, well, Morphling is a little bit down, but he has the Aegis, so he doesn't matter. Like, this entire Sentinel team very healthy in terms of mana and HP. They're gonna make a go. No, Enchantress might be going down to the Storm doing a good job in terms of picking up those kills. He's very, very low in terms of mana. You need to be careful, but Sea King is gonna go down once again. Still, Radiant's not finished just yet. Oh, Furion is gonna get a kill on the whatchamacallit. Now he's gonna go down to amazing. I believe Furion died as well. Is Furion gonna buy back though? Clockwork buys back, excuse me. And I'm not too sure whether Syllabir has his relic just yet, because if you have the relic, it might be okay. Ty Hunter 2 usually in. Does he have an ult? No, he needs to be careful now. Ty Hunter in trouble. Ty Hunter at half HP already. Force of Nature being summoned. This pushing strategy is just insane. Serpent Wars everywhere. Forces. No, Storm Surge zips in. Focus on the Furion. I don't think he can. He needs to zip out. He is already all out of the mana. No, he is okay right now. Venom Master being dropped on these low HP squishy heroes. Morphling doing the right click on the Lich is gonna pick down the Lich. Clockwork bought back and teleported back, and this tower will be going down. Amazing. Picks up a kill and a kill on the. Oh, Witch Doctor barely living through with Voodoo Restoration, but that's not going to save their racks, as we see Crypt losing HP very, very steadily. ZSMJ getting his HP up. BKB being effective this game. Melee racks goes down, and I think the entire Scourge Sentinel team can back out right now. They're going to say it for the range racks. They're going to take that and going to go back. Save is going to be called, and that is that Relic. Relic is finished on the Spirit Bear. And even though I said that, well, you know, you gotta be winning the early game for your Relic to have many effect. You know, that's true, but still, Radiance on the Syllabir is no joke, especially when he's hitting your towers. So if they could hold their base, and farm up, there is some hope. But again, this is Morphling we're talking about. Morphling is probably the latest hero that exists in the game of Dota. So let's see how. I mean, of course, Tyloo still have at least one more fight in them, and let's see how Seeking's gonna go. 600 gold just right now. And we can see that this LGD strat is just effective in terms of getting the ganks open, getting the push open, and not only that, you remember the early game, they shut down the pulling spot because they had an Enchantress in the jungle, one of the most beastly jungle hero. They were able to get the mid games going on because they had Enchantress again with smoke. And through that, they won both top and mid lane. And Clockwork lane with the Lich is a wash, but it's fine. So you know, the most important thing in this strategy is not really the Furion and the Clockwork, because you could pick up the Clockwork and you can pick up the Furion, but this strat might not work. The most important being is DJGenericname's hero. If he plays a Weaver, if he plays the Morphling, you're gonna be fine. You want a hero that survives well, because most of the time you're gonna be 1v3 in that trialing as a carry, and that's not gonna be hard if you. This strat's not gonna work if your Morphling dies and if you get your top tower push. You need a hero that could hold his own against whatever lane the other side has, so your two supports could just, you know, rig the game. And now we have an ultimate on Morphling. It doesn't really matter what he gets right now. Mantis would be really good because Mantis is a good mid-game pushing item. Sage and Yasha would be better in that, but you know, just have some sort of late game assurance. This could be a Scotty for all we know, but we don't even have the Django finished yet. We had, wow, Aga on Veno. Wow, that's the game. Which, by the way, Aga Veno at level 16 ult, he does like 12k damage. 1200 damage. 12k damage would be insane. 1200 damage. That is the mega finish on the Prophet. Really well done. The 6th tower being taken down. 40 Scourge. And now I believe this is the GG push. Let's see how the Sentinel is gonna. Are they gonna fight this very good Twitch? Tidehunter is a little bit out of position. He pops a smoke just for himself. And let's see if he can smoke in for a good initiation. No, his smoke is dispelled by this Enchantress. And now the Scourge team very, very out of position. That is that Radiance finish on this Spirit Bear. But now Spirit Bear gotta be careful. Not that high of a HP, especially if that waveform, the Morphling waveforms, and yeah, their Spirit Bear gonna get focused. That ult drop on the Seeking. Seeking is gonna die. Does he have buyback? Great hook initiation to grab the two remaining Storms. They're trying to do whatever he can, but he can't because he's just not enough. BKB on the Morphling is gonna just make this game look easy. LGD just stomping over this game. They are gonna get the top racks, and I'm just waiting for the GG call to give you guys this end game analysis. Yeah, game is left, and that's GG. So I mean, it's as clear as day how this strat is supposed to work. ZSMJ gets a hard to kill hero, which is the Weaver or the Morphling. You get the Clocker and the Furion for some mid game superior in terms of both ganks and the pushes. You have your two early game support of the Enchantress or the Furion to be doing the mid game ganks, doing for the jungle harassment, preventing the pulls. And then that's pretty much like vanilla. You just go win the game because you're just gonna be so much ahead in terms of tower gold. You're gonna be ahead through ganks. You're gonna be ahead through killing the enemy teams, keeping them back in fear of ganks. And LGD just play their Shrek to perfection. So now it might be seeming a little bit of one-sided game. I want to give some credit to Tyloo, despite playing despite being pressured down so early. Seeking actually got a very, very early Radiance, so that is just credit to his farming potential. Also, some good mid-game team fight from the Scourge team off the backs of Stormslayer, despite being pushed down so hard. They got some team fights where they fought even and they came out a little bit ahead. So that's kudos to Tyloo. Now, this is just game 1 of the 2 games I'll be casting. In the next game, just kind of do some preview for you guys, right? For the next game, there is going to be some interesting picks. Because you know how this game I stressed on Sentinel, stressed on LGD getting that hard to survive, or hard to kill carry? In the next game, they don't get that. And now, we're going to see how it differs from that. So, I'll just let you guys have a little bit of anticipation. And hopefully the next game will be as enjoyable as I thought this game was enjoyable. And now I'll give you guys some music to listen to, I think, or maybe I'll just keep it blank, I don't know. And hope you guys enjoyed this commentary and this LGD strat. I mean, it definitely can work out, but whether it will work out 100% of the time, we'll see in the next game. I will catch you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary, and as always, for more commentaries and content, check us out on DJGenericname.com. This is Luminous signing off. GG guys.